tell I was the project manager?
Good job, Susie.
She's one of our best project
Good job,
managers.
Susie.
Teresa has a question.
So
Yes.
the county commission had a choice when it came to medical marijuana that was marijuana legalized by Amendment 2, which is not FDA approved. And their choice was to totally ban it or to allow it and have very little jurisdiction on where it could be zoned, because that's how the law was interpreted by the legislators. So I know it was approved and our county did not ban it. So I know where Commissioner White stood, but could you say why you chose to ban it and the others, if you would have banned it or would have allowed it?
Should we go in reverse order again?
You want me to go again? I'm
Sure,
not going to
go
answer the
ahead.
question.
Did you say you're not going to answer the question?
No, I'm happy to answer the
Oh, I
question.
thought you said. Just check. Okay, you can start him over after that.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Gabby.
So, medical marijuana is an important issue for Floridians. The issue you're referring to was preempted by state law. So, the county tried to restrict just the number of dispensaries. The state said you can't do that for constitutional reasons. Obviously, it's no longer an issue there. I will say I voted against medical marijuana the first time because I viewed it more as a backdoor recreational, or like Shaggy and Scooby and the Scooby Man and Scooby Snacks. But then once I've seen like the medical care that it provides and the help that it provides people and an alternative system in your body, you know, my dad would still be here today if he were able to use that this past October. One sleeping pill killed him, so it's a very important issue.
So medical marijuana is really not the issue. There is medical marijuana in Florida, and there's always going to be medical marijuana in Florida. It's whether you get a recreational drug and you get to smoke marijuana in Florida that's really the issue. And that's a step too far. It's other states that are experimenting with that, like Colorado and California. It's just become a recreational drug use. And prescriptions get signed for headaches and things. And we don't need that in our state. We don't need the revenue for that in our state. If we get addicted to it, it'll be worse for the kids that get addicted to marijuana.
I understand, you know, I dealt with a lot of illness in my life, and so I understand the whole holistic, you know, argument. However, to piggyback on what Chris said, I feel like you're just starting, and you take an inch, you take an inch, you take an inch, and then next thing you know, it's recreational marijuana illegal. So I cannot with a good conscience support that.
I see the effects of medical marijuana in oils, pills, and different ways, but what I will never endorse is the use by smoking it. Because if we say that smoking tobacco is bad, then how can we say, oh, you're going to be cured by smoking marijuana? That's why I would not ever endorse recreational marijuana.
The issue is not as cut and dry as you presented it. You know, the county could not have banned it because we were preempted by the state. A lot of people said that was an option. Our lawyers clearly told us it wasn't an option. So we took the most conservative approach that we could to restrict it as much as we could legally so that we could survive a court challenge if we went to court. I have always opposed legalizing illegal drugs because I think that it's nothing good would come out of it, just as I've always opposed expanding casino gambling.
As you know, I own a business and I serve on the board of our Greater Tampa Chamber of Commerce. And we take benchmarking trips to different cities. We took a trip to Denver, benchmarked Denver against Tampa. One of the things they said is, when this happened in Colorado, crime went up and homelessness went up. You all know we have a problem in Hillsborough County. And my opinion is, I think this would have been initiated further, and it would have made it dangerous for our businesses because you can't bank. Some of the businesses, you can't put the money in a bank. So you show these people there's a lot more crime. So I think we need to be really careful. Thank you.
Well, I led the charge on the conservative approach that Commissioner Chris mentioned. I won the Hillsborough County Anti-Drug Alliance Community Partner Award for my work on that. Unfortunately, the state legislature subsequently preempted us on just about everything, and the ordinance unfortunately was gutted, which I think is going to be a big problem for Hillsborough County. So in the unfortunate event that I'm correct on that matter, I would urge you to write your state legislators and ask them to revisit the preemption and give the power to the government closest to the people where it belongs, which is your county commission.